We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'll have you go to Victoria Center reset. I may have you take a seat while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign them, at that point, you'll be free to go. Come on.
Alpha 14, Scott.
Mr. Scott, you're charged with unlawful restraint. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, sir.
On March 31st, 2026, officer responded to an assault in progress call in Harris County, Texas. Complainant advised the defendant had assaulted her 2 times that day. Defendant and her were in a dating relationship and living together. An argument started that afternoon. The defendant refused to give
Hold on.
complainant her phone back. Complainant tried to
Hey,
leave.
hold on. Okay, good.
Complainant tried to leave without her phone, and defendant blocked the door and struck her in the face, causing pain and a laceration above her eye. Complainant advised she ended up in the bathroom where defendant locked her in, refusing to let her out. Complainant eventually escaped the bathroom, and later that night, another argument began. Defendant grabbed her, causing pain around her waist, at which point officers were called.
So a felony continuous was filed with the same case, correct? Yeah, okay. Mr. Scott, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. As a condition of your bond, you're ordered not to have any contact with this person whatsoever for any reason. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. I'm going to tell you now that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community. If I have to make your bond $14 million, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? I will not lose any sleep trying to protect my community. Don't have contact with this person. I don't care if she reaches out to you. No phone calls, text messages at all. Do not go within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. These are your bond conditions. If you violate these conditions, I will order your arrest. No more PR bond. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'll have you go to Victoria Center reset, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign them, at that point, you'll be free to go. Come on.
Permission to speak?
No. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. With a lawyer, they can speak on your behalf.
Was that TJ?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom of 14, Sendejas.
All right. Good morning, Mrs. Sendejas. So you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
On April 9th, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officer observed a vehicle with 4 to 5 donuts in a pit of vehicles, coming within 10 to 15 feet of striking the occupied vehicles. A traffic stop was conducted on the vehicle, and the driver was identified as defendant.
Does he have a license to drive?
Yes, Your Honor, it's eligible.
Sir, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to participate. I don't know why you're laughing and why you're smirking. This is not a funny and good time. You're ordered not to participate in these types of activity again. Otherwise, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand? How old are you, sir?
20.
How do you support yourself?
What?
Okay. How much money do you make a month? What kind of car was he driving? Does it say?
A 2010 Infinity Jeep.
Who do you live with, Mr. Sendejas? Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I may have you go to Victoria Center reset, then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Don't violate these conditions. Otherwise, you're going to go to jail. Do you understand? Okay, come on.
All right, the bottom of 15, Vasquez. Good.
I saw him. No, where is he? Yeah. Good morning, Ms. Vasquez. Ma'am, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So do me a favor, send all these back to them. If they try to come back to me with zeros again, we'll send them home with it so they can do it for real. Who's the complaining witness in this case?
The defendant's boyfriend.
Okay. Ma'am, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person, not to go where they live or where they work. If you violate this condition, I will order your arrest and put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand, ma'am? Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
Hey, really? This is not the club. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay. We will give you time. I'm going to have you go to Victoria Center Reset. I will have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign them, at that point, you'll be free to go. Please do not pick up any new cases. Do not have contact with this person. I don't care if they reach out to you. It's still a violation. You understand? Okay, thank you. Please.
Your Honor, that's no contact.
And yes, please. No, ma'am, I need you to sign the reset first. If you want to head on over
All
there.
right, Judge, counsel's approaching for page 10. Ortega, come on up.
Good, fine, Emma.
How are you?
How are you?
Doing great.
This is Ortega, right? Okay.
10.
Do you want to hear PC?
Yeah, we had to wait statutory warnings and that's the piece.
Okay. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It is elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What you're going to do, probable cause, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be staged.
On April 11th, 2026, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a person down call at Bank Street. Officer observed defendant to be in the driver's seat of the vehicle and passed out with the engine running. Officer observed defendant to have the odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from her person, glossy eyes, slurred speech, and swayed balance. A witness had stated they saw defendant passed out from the driver's seat, so he called 911. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 3 out of 8 walking turn, and 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. PIC was read and defendant provided a breath sample. Results were 0.156 and 0.16.
Where was she?
She was,
Did you see? You didn't say where she was though, did you?
she was on Bank Street in the driver's seat behind me.
But in the middle of the street?
It was parked on the public roads of Harris County, Texas. That's what it didn't state, Your Honor. Officer arrived on scene and observed the vehicle parked on the public roads of Harris County, Texas.
It's so vague.
Taking one at the end, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe we have enough for probable cause. The state was on a public road in Harris County, Texas. And the witness stated they saw the driver passed out. They tried waking the defendant up and called 911. We don't have any. This is just based on the dinge.
Do you have anything that you want to add?
Plenty to add, Judge. Yeah.
Go for it.
So what we have the Espinosa case from the Court of Appeal. It's very recent.
Your Honor,
Hold on,
Don't
don't interrupt. Just let him talk and then I'll give you more chance, I promise.
I mean, I got plenty. All right, so yeah, there it is. Judge, may I?
Sure, of course.
This is a case out of Houston, although this is the CCA version of the case, talking about, this exact situation, transport sleeping in a running car in the park. Now, the CCA, this is the very case where I kind of agree with the CCA about their interpretation of this case. Local Court of Appeals, I've got court for here. Basically, this case is about a mother in a pickup line, right? Which is distinguishable because it's actually moving lane traffic, and you can draw reasonable inferences about like when she arrived in operation based on the condition of the pickup line, right? So a running car in a parking spot, in a legal parking spot.
Well, we don't know if it's a parking spot. That's the problem.
It was.
She said he was,
Well,
it was parked in a public
It was
road.
parked on the curb. I mean, look, it was parked right on the curb. The independent witness said it was parked on the curb.
Well, but I don't want to get into anything that's outside of the pit. because it's really not fair to
Well,
them.
can we get the Tim's red words to word then?
Sure, go for it.
The whole bit.
I mean, the issue here is, where is she? Is she in this parking spot? Is she in the middle of the road? Is she on the side of the road? Because,
Well, Your Honor, the dim states a public road.
well, read all the dims until you get, I guess, to that.
Can we just have
You
a
know,
line? Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Afghan Mohammed Sheikh is a certified peace officer federally employed as a patrolman with the Houston Police Department. Afghan has good reason to believe and does believe that on April 11th, 2026 in Harris County, Texas, Samantha Hala Ortega, hereafter the defendant, did commit a Class A misdemeanor offense of DWI first. My belief is based on the following. On Saturday, April 11th, 2026, I, Officer Sheikh, the affiant with Officer Bennett as my partner. We were dispatched to a person down call at 1010 Main Street, Harris County, Texas, in Houston, Texas. We arrived on scene and observed a white 2023 Toyota 4Runner with Texas license plate parked on the public roads of Harris County, Texas. As we approached, I observed the vehicle to be occupied by the defendant, who was located in the driver's seat of the vehicle. I also observed the defendant to be passed out in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the engine running and the gear in park. I, the affiant, then knocked on the driver door to open the driver. Sorry, Your Honor. I, the affiant, then knocked on the driver door, to which made the defendant wake up. I then gave verbal commands for the defendant to open the driver door, to which she complied. Once the defendant stepped out of the vehicle, I then observed the defendant to have alcohol smell emitting from her person, glassy eyes, slurred speech, and swayed balance. The defendant was then detained, searched, and placed in the back seat of a patrol vehicle. I then met with the witness, who provided his information and his statements. The witness stated that at approximately 2:05 hours, he observed the defendant passed out in the driver's seat of her vehicle. The witness stated that he tried knocking on the window, but the defendant did not respond. The witness stated that he was concerned, and that's why he called 911. Should I continue? She was then transported to
Do
JPC.
you want to hear more? Or?
No, I mean, that's enough.